Data from Indonesia Investment Coordinating Board or BKPM say that foreign indirect investment or FDI to Indonesia in the first quarter of 2018 is reached 15.27 billion US dollar and is equal to 204.6 trillion rupiah. From that amount, property sector reached about 2.80 billion US dollar or 18.6% from the total of FDI in Indonesia. Well, amount that money spread into 17,367 projects. That's pretty impressive and positive. So my first questions will goes to Mr. Bill Cheng from Brain Mensa. Do you think, based on that figures, do you think that Indonesia is a good place to invest in property? Because, you know, there are many property developers from Singapore to Indonesia, for example, Keppel and Pollux. So what made Brain Mensa interested to invest in real estate in Indonesia?
Well, we first entered the market in 2015. Our parent company is from Singapore and Hong Kong. We've been operating in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and China for many, many years. So in 2015, when we were looking at a new market to invest, I think Indonesia was quite an obvious candidate. I think that the keynote speaker mentioned is, it's a huge market, a huge population. At the same time, it's quite an immature market at that time. Which means that there are opportunities to be leveraged on. Capital values are very low. It's probably 1/5 of Singapore. So for residential, a high-end property would be about per square meter 30,000 for luxury, 30,000 US dollars. Here, it would be basically about 7,000. So it's literally 20% of what Singapore is. But if you look at Indonesia as a country, look at Jakarta as a city, a future mega city, you can see that the opportunities are huge. Which is why I think it made a lot of sense for us to come to Indonesia.
Are looking at markets like Indonesia as an extension of their national markets, where they want to go. But particularly Indonesia and India are two markets where one of my strange hobbies is looking at demographics. Because a lot of the customers, that's what they're interested in, is demographics. So people are chasing demographics. And it's interesting because people talk about, if you look at a market like Indonesia, chasing this consuming class, this up-and-coming consuming class, which is not yet, say, a full middle class, but it's this up-and-coming middle class, which is evident in markets like Indonesia, it's evident in India, it's evident in Vietnam. So I think this is what a lot of the customers are chasing. One, for consuming people, you can sell things, and two, it's your workforce for manufacturing. So I think this is what Indonesia has to offer the world, is this young, dynamic, up-and-coming workforce and consuming class, which is going to be useful.